Howdy everybody, welcome back to my channel.
Did you get ready in the dark or something? Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
So if you clicked on this video, you are probably wondering, how do I navigate having a roommate? And you clicked on the right video. This is the second time I'm filming this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with it. First thing, communication is now your best friend. You're gonna have to get comfy with the idea of telling people what is bothering you. You probably will get out of this video and say, oh, I totally got that. And then you're in the moment and you realize, wow, it's harder than I thought to communicate with this stranger, really. So for example, some small things that might bother you. They're a bad texter. They open the blinds when you're sleeping. They don't tell you when somebody's coming over, or you weren't aware that somebody was gonna be in your space. So yeah, just be mindful that you have to communicate with literally everything. So now you might be thinking, okay, well, that's great, but how do I even find a roommate? This is one of the most exciting parts, I personally think, of going to college, is finding a roommate, minus the shopping for dorm stuff, obviously, because that is
so exciting.
But a lot of the times your school will have a Facebook or Instagram page, and on those pages it will have your specific class. So let's say Meredith College graduating class of 2024. You will go on there. What I did, I basically just said, hello, my name is blank, insert your name. I'm attending Meredith College in the graduating class of 2024. Even though people already know that because that's what the class Instagram or Facebook page is, you can put that anyway. And then you can say, I am super excited to attend this school, and I'm so excited to meet all of you guys. And then you can start by saying your major, and then you can talk about some hobbies that you like, or some things that interest you, and some things that you are looking forward to participating in at school.
This is what I posted on the page, so you can screenshot if you need any more help on what to write.
You just have to talk about yourself. It's like you're marketing yourself, so you have to talk about yourself in a positive light and like show who you are. I wanted to hop in because while editing this, I realized that I wanted to explain this because I worded it in a way where people were kind of like, well, duh, you have to talk about yourself in a positive light. Like, you wouldn't talk about yourself negatively in those posts. But I remember writing down like my intro basically to myself, marketing myself on this page. And I was like, am I being cocky? Like, I'm saying like I am super outgoing. I'm a very nice and kind and like loving person or something like that. I said some things I just remember being very just weirded out, the fact that I have to write this and like, is it weird that I'm complimenting myself this much? But you have to talk about yourself positively, even if it's weird, because you have to let people know the type of person you are. That's something I remember struggling with. I was just like, this is kind of weird. Like, I feel like people are gonna think I'm like cocky or something because I'm complimenting myself on stuff that I never acknowledged about myself before. You will message the account and say, hey, I would like to post on here. Can I send you some pictures and a description if that's okay? And they'll answer you back and be like, yeah, of course. And then you send them everything and they'll post it for you. I would suggest to put all types of pictures. This is what I did. This is my post. After that, you can just look onto the page and see who you might vibe with. Start commenting and liking posts and keep looking at that Facebook page. I think they start those pages even before you can sign up to have a roommate. So I think I had posted on that page 3 months in advance, and it took me 3 months to find a roommate because sometimes people just post on there even if they're not for sure going to that school. So you might not be roommates with the first person that you find, but it gets you really excited to go to college and meet new people because you're just like, oh my gosh, like I know all these people on campus now. Once you find your roommate, you want to talk to them on a regular basis. Every week, you kind of want to catch up with them. Maybe ask like, hey, how was your day today? Or, hey, do you want to go grab some lunch or coffee? Or what me and my roommate first semester did was we went dorm shopping together and we were really confused. We didn't know what was going on. Like, we were both so overwhelmed, but it was just fun to get to know her and like see how we are in like stressful situations. So I suggest honestly going dorm shopping together or getting lunch and coffee.
This is a good thing for introverts. Good piece of advice, because I'm like in the middle of an extrovert to introvert, and this really helped me, and I realized like it really made a difference. I liked going dorm shopping with my roommate more than getting lunch with her because I was more comfortable. Just the whole fact that you're around other people and you're like in a store shopping and it's already such a public place and you have to interact with other people other than the person you're rooming with is a really big stress reliever, I feel like. Also, even during school, in the beginning, I would be very nervous to talk to individual people, and I I would ask multiple people to hang out at once because everybody is going through the same thing. So if you're awkward, at least everyone else is going to be awkward with you so you don't feel so alone. So that's a really big thing. I know it seems like I'm an introvert. I don't know why I would want to talk to more people, but it's like less people if you invite more. I don't know if that makes any sense, but trust me when I tell you, the more people you invite, the less intimidating it is going to be because you have all these other people to hold conversations and it's not just you and that other person. So it's so much more chill and not as stressful. It's honestly just like the life hack. But yeah, have fun with it. It is a little bit overwhelming and stressful and like a little awkward. Actually, no, very awkward. It gets really awkward, but you just gotta embrace it. That literally goes into my next point. Wow, I'm like really rolling through the punches today. So what do you do if it gets awkward or if you're in an awkward situation with your roommates? You're gonna have to acknowledge it, embrace it, and move on, because this whole experience is gonna be very overwhelming, very awkward, very much different because you're going into a new chapter of your life. So you really have to try your hardest to enjoy all of the moments that you get to know people and just figure things out. You gotta know that it's happening and you have to learn from it and move on and keep going. Yeah. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty part that nobody really wants to do, and it's very uncomfortable and awkward at times, but you gotta get through it. So now we're gonna talk about setting your boundaries. It's a really real thing, and you don't realize that you have any boundaries until you live with somebody that's a stranger and you're like, oh, I don't like that they did that. Like, say for example, you don't want to share something. That's up to you. If you don't want to share things, you just have to let your roommate know, hey, I wasn't planning on sharing this. Just be nice about it, and it's okay to set your own boundaries. Like, don't be scared to be like, hey, sorry, like I don't really want to share my food. You just have to be very open. Everybody has such different lives that you have no idea what they think is okay or not okay. If things are bothering you, they may not see it the way that you see it. It can be the smallest thing. Like, let's say, hey, can I use your cleaning products so I can clean our bathroom? And then they say no. You can't be mad because they technically did buy those products. You just have to ask. Like, don't always expect them to let you use something, even if you only asked because you thought it was kind to ask or courtesy to ask. That goes into my next point pretty well. How to avoid conflict. You're gonna have conflict at least one time. If you don't have conflict and you just love your roommate like all the time, then you are a superhuman and you are the most positive person that I know. You're gonna clash sometimes. There's gonna be days where you're both in a bad mood and you just don't wanna deal with each other and you just snap. It's okay. If your roommate says something that bothers them, you have to keep note of it and know for next time and just learn from it. It's fine. Also, you wanna be very considerate of their time, space, and feelings because you are not the only one living in your space. You're not the only one that has a limited of time and you're not the only one that has feelings. So you have to be very considerate of everybody in the room, in your space, because you want to make it a good experience for both of you. Because if it's not a good experience for one of you, it's not going to be a good experience for the other one. So it's kind of like a balancing act. It's really hard, but you just have to try really, really hard. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions or need somebody to help you with any college stuff, please just let me know. I love getting DMs from you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week sometime. Adios, amigos.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something bad.